So all we needed to do was to ensure that we use the right tags, and here we are. Our homepage looks exactly as that of our template. So what I needed to correct the slider was just to ensure that I feed in the static block correctly. So if you used the replace method, you could face some challenges whereby data is wrongly mapped. So you may need to replace them one by one. So the next thing, what I want us to learn is how to add a new page so that you're able to navigate to About Us, you're able to navigate to services, price, and all that. So what I want us to do, I'm just going to use one illustration whereby we can navigate to Contact Us page. So at the moment, if you try navigating to Contact Us page, it takes us to this page. So what we need to do is that we need to create a URL for that, and also create a view for that as well. So let's navigate to this section. We are actually not using this any longer, so we close it. So at this point, let's create a view that will return Contact Us page. Let's paste that. We can call it contact. Then we have the contact.html. contact.html. So we have created a view. So we come back to the urls.py and create a URL for that. So we want to tell the server, if a user requests contacts, then they should be the URLs should check under the contact view and return or do whatever that view declares. So let us see if we are able to get something. So just get this chain. We have in the apps URL folder, we define the path. Then we instructed to check for a view by the name contact. Then we come to views and create that contact and add the instruction on what the user should get when they request for that view. So let's come back here. We need to add contacts or rather /contact. So we see that we get a page. The styling is not all good, but we are going to work on that. But it's a success. We already got the Contact Us page. That's a plus. So we are going to work on the styling as well. And also we want to do something to the contact button, so that rather the contact URL, so that in case a user clicks on this, they are redirected to contact rather the view that we just saw. That is the contacts, basically our URL /contacts. So for us to achieve that, let us first of all come to our home page. This is the home page. Let us search for contact. We have it here. So under the href, we need to add a dynamic URL. So what we do, we add this tag, then in here you see the name we set for. We have the URLs, we set a name here. Use the same name here. We set contact as the name, then save that, then come back here, then reload the home page, then click on this button, and it takes us to the contact page, rather contact us page. So that's a success as well. So we want to do the styling on this page. Let's come back to our Visual Studio Code. Contact. We also need to load the static files. Then instead of just typing, we can just come and replace what we have here. Let us see if that gives it some shape. And there we go. We got we have been able to copy and paste the styling. So imagining that we are to do that on all these pages, so that will cause a repetition of codes. Let me check on something. So that will cause a repetition of the codes. So instead of copying and pasting code from one file to another, we can use a functionality provided by Django that will see to it that we don't repeat what is in the initial file. So for instance, we need to group these sections. For instance, we know that the navigation bar will be available on all pages. So in that case, we don't have to create the navigation code for home, have it in the about, in the service, and in all these pages. We need to have the navigation bar managed under one file. For instance, now that we created a contact page, so that we are able to click on contacts, and it gets us to, sorry, let us go back. Let me show you what I mean. So we are in the home page. If we click on contact page, or rather contact URL, we are taken to the contact us page. If we come back here and click it again, we get an error, simply because we have the navigation code under home, and we have the same code defined in contact page. So wherever we updated the contact URL, we need to go to all these pages, which shouldn't be the case. So what we need to do, we probably need to make the update on just one of these files and have it update across all the platform. So let us see how to achieve that. So for instance, let us come and check. We are in the index.html. Let us see where the navigation code has been defined, and we see it. We see it here. It's defined under this section. You can see it here. So what we need to do, let's do something called creating blocks. Block. Let's give it navigation bar. Then what we need to do, we need to add a navigation bar in between these two blocks. So let's sandwich our navigation bar to that block. Click on save, then navigate to contact. What we need to do here, we need to extend index.html. Let us see what that gives us. Let us reload. All right, should be the first tag. We do exactly that. Then reload. All right, so we have extended our index to the contact us page. But if we scroll down, we are seeing that the index page and the contact us page contains the same content. We don't want that. we want to have the contact us page have its own content and the index have its own content. So let us see how to achieve that. All right, let's do some quick editing so that this clicking on this icon returns you to the home page instead of giving you this error 44. Quickly, let's go back to index.html, search for index.html. Seeing that this is our home page, you can just use a /. That will be enough. That section, that will also be enough. You can also edit the same to this section and save. So let's reload. All right, so clicking to the icon returns us to the home page. Also, I believe this should give us the same. And the contact us page takes us to contact us page, but we realize that the content is the same as that in the home page. So what we need to do here, we need to do some adjustment in the contact us page. So let's do this. But at least we have been able to achieve our first goal, such that we do not have to, for instance, in under contact us page, in previously we realized that clicking on contact, this contact URL takes us to an error 404 page, and in this case it's taking us to the contact us page, which is what we wanted to achieve. So let's come back to this section. So what we need to do is group these sections so that whatever information that we have under body that is in the home page, we also separate the body for the contact us page. So let's come here, let's group the body for index. So probably these are the sliding images which are only present in the home page but are not present in the contact us page. So our body starts here. So we need to create a block and name it body. Then let us scroll to the bottom part of this file where we believe the body ends. So I suppose the body ends in this section just before the footer. So once we do that, let's save. Then let's navigate back to the contact page. What we need to do here, we can remove all these files, the styling file, all the styling files, because they are going to be managed in the index.html. So for the fixed bar, we also need to remove this. It's being managed in the index.html. Let's remove that as well. Now we just created a body block, so we need to add that here, block. So what we are telling this file is that this is the special content for your body. So you should not duplicate what is in the index.html file which we extended. So let's do that and save. Let's come back to our index file. Let us see if it makes some changes, and we still see the same content. Let's come back and see where we need to edit. Sorry, we gave the wrong name. We need to have called it body. block body, then you also need to name it body, then save. Let's come back here and reload, and there we go. We now have the content for our contact us page, unique and not a duplicate of what we have in the home page. So we also need to tidy up the contact us page by removing the footer, since this is the same code available in the index.html file. Delete that. Also, you can confirm that these JavaScript files are available in the index.html file. If they are, you can as well delete them. Let me just confirm that. All right, they seem to be unique. So what you need to do, just let them remain in the index.html file, and those that are being fetched locally, ensure to add the static tag as we just did. We also need to do that to this one. It's already existing, so we delete that one line. Back to our contact, to the contact HTML. So I believe we have done most of the editing. Then we also need to check on the title. Let's come back to our index.html. There is this title. We need to make it unique for all pages. So let's have block title here. Let's name it homepage. Then let's edit the block title for the contact us page. Contact us page, then save that. Let's come back here, let's reload. See currently what it's showing. Then after reloading, it's already showing now contact us page. Let's come back to home page. We are seeing home page. So we can see now whatever content that we have in the home page, we have unique content for the contact us page. And that's how to extend content from one file to the other, so that at least for now you can manage these URLs on one central file. In case we needed to do away with this contact URL, instead of going to all these files, we just go to home and edit or remove it. So that's how to achieve that. So in the next section, we are going to see how to create a model and add our current projects dynamically.